Microphone check. 1 2 3 4 5. Microphone check. 1 2 3 4 5. Microphone check. 1 2 3 4 5.
Drivers, start your engine!
RPL, RPL, RPL. Let's go racing and keep a lead. It's Gavin on the comms tonight. If Carlsberg did racing, this would be top tier ballin'. Not just a league, this is legend calling. From the grid to the checker, we don't lift, we send it. RPL's the limit, and we just bent it. Slick with the gear shifts, quick with the draft. Every move calculated, every lap. Craft, turbo scream, engine dreams. This ain't a sim, it's a full-blown team. RPL, where the fast don't sleep and the slow get left in a rubber burn heap. Precision like a scalpel, attitude like a pit bull. If you're in this league, you ain't just good, you're mythical. Lights out and we're gone like a shot from a gun. This is Formula One, but with more fun. Traction control, just so. We race with heart, we play our part in a league where the legends leave their mark. So buckle up, son, you're the greatness. I'll be it all forever. Let's go to Wakefield. The Wakefield. You keep a leg. You keep a leg. Buckle up, son, feel the grip hit. RPL forever. Let's go racing, and keep a lead. And keep a lead.
Drivers, start your engine! Drivers, start your engine!
RPL, RPL, RPL. Let's go racing and keep a lead.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's Gavin Bass 1, and it's lovely to be here this evening for this social race at Mexico. We're in the RPL League, and it's a combination of the bronze and the silver drivers tonight. This should be making for a very, very, very interesting race. And I'm just going to turn off the background here in the phone. I was just checking my microphone was okay. I received a couple of messages there earlier. From Mad Mark, thanks for the message. The Grog Hoarders, my little nephew. I'm receiving messages on a invite, but I think I'm already in the lobby. Can you confirm that I'm in the lobby okay? And anybody who wants to interact or give me a hard time on Twitch, please do so. Keep the chat going. And if you have any birthdays or celebrations, anything like divorces, really exciting things like that, fire them in. I'll announce them. And or if you have any dirt in any of the other drivers, certainly give them to Gavin Bass 1, and I'll certainly spread the dirt for you. I know a little bit about a few of the drivers in here tonight, so I would be I'll be picking on a couple of them, I'm sure. Could I just add Mad or ask Mad Mark that I'm in the lobby okay? It's certainly showing on my system that it is. I'm down as a spectator okay, and it seems to be okay, but I keep getting messages through to join the lobby. It's just probably people inviting me. I think all's good. I'm supposed to be in the bronze lobby? All right, okay. I'll bail out of this then. I thought the bronze and silver were going together. Okay. I'll leave this lobby then and go to another one. Yeah, I was told that the silver and the bronze were all going together and the gold were doing their own thing, Mark. So maybe I am in the wrong lobby because Matty just gave me an invite, so I presume I must be in with Matty. So I'll leave the session here as soon as we start, and we'll just jump into the bronze. Total confusion here. Sorry about that, bud. I was looking forward to doing some commentary. Just bear with me, anybody that's watching, because I've just been told that I was meant to be commenting on the bronze lobby, and I was in the silver. So I've now got an invite from Kelly Kid, and I've got an invite from Matty. So I'm gonna take Matty's invite because I think Kelly Kid's in silver. So let's see what happens whenever I join Matty. Oh, Mad Mark, thanks a million for your help there. I'm in with the Bronze League now. It's Gavin Bass 1, and this is the social race in Mexico. I was in the wrong lobby altogether, guys, but everybody's readying up, and they're just going to go into their quali laps. And I'm just going to fix myself a little cup of coffee. I'll put it on broadcast mode and let them get settled in, let them get their out laps done, and then I'll come back. But as I said earlier there, please give us a shout on Twitch. Keep me occupied. Plenty of banter. It makes my job so much easier having a bit of interaction with some of the drivers. All good, you old fucker. Mad Mark, you're a dead man when I see you. Have a brilliant race, mate. I'm glad to see you're in the Silver League, actually. I thought you were in the Bronze, but I knew all along that you were never a Bronze driver. So you're in the rightful place, Mr. Mark. But unfortunately, I'm not speaking to you anymore because I've got this Bronze lobby up and running. And we're in the pits in Mexico. This is RPL Bronze Division Social Race. This is the new F1 25 game, and one of the first races we've probably had. Mad Mark's in bronze. All right. You were in the last lobby as well. So you were in the bloody wrong lobby, you fucking idiot, you. Okay. All right. The confusion's over. That's really made my night now that Mad Mark V55's in here because I just love this guy. And he gives me such a hard time about being Irish and being a sniper and all these sort of shit. So I don't really have any dirt on him, but by God, if anybody has some, please give me some. So the lads are all set up now. They've got their setups in and they're all out on the track. And as I say, I'm just going to turn the mic off here for 2 or 3 minutes, just leave it on broadcast mode. And let's have a fantastic race tonight. I'll give you some statistics about the track and information in the break before the race. And I'm sure you're going to have a 5-minute break. So there's no dirt in Mad Mark, man. Hey, gotta be dirt on you. There's gotta be dirt. But anyway, buddy, we're not here to do dirt on each other. We're friends. And I'll be watching you very closely and wish you a very, very good race tonight. I'm really glad that you're back in the Spectrum now and enjoying your racing again, because I know you can fall out of love with the game. Sometimes you get pissed off by people and it just throws the whole shit into an upset. But to have you back racing is important, and look forward to seeing you have a good race. Back in 1 second. So that's me back, and I have a nice little double cappuccino and a strawberry ice vape, and I'm settled down for the evening. I'm in really good form, despite having a dreadfully poor wrist after a break from falling off the bike. Yeah, I fell off my bike, and but anyway, you're probably wondering why I'm doing commentary on a social race. Well, it just keeps me involved. I jumped into the practice earlier there and had a few laps with the lads, but the pain's just too much, and I could never do a 50% race, never mind a 100% race. So what better could you do is do a bit of commenting on the lads that you enjoy watching racing. And you know, there's a lot of commentators in this league, and two of them are racing here tonight that I know of, and that's Mad Mark and also Matty CC. And, you know, we do this for the love of it. You know, you get a kick from people watching, you get a kick from people interacting with you, and all you really want is to have a good stream and for people to enjoy and appreciate what you do. So let's hope we can do that tonight. And I'm going to pick up now, and I'm going to go on with somebody and have a wee look at a lap and try and talk you through a lap. So we're on board here now with Adam the Sweet, and we'll just go into the cockpit view because it's much better. So he's hitting 212 miles per hour along the straight at the start and finish line before he slams into this right-hander. You can take a lot of the apex here, and as you can with this one. That's one thing about this 2025 game. You really can ride the curbs a lot safer than you did in the old game. There's not so much slippage. Round this left-hander, keeping the power very, very lightly on here and applying it softly for this U-bend. And round he goes. We're on with Adam Sweet. He's driving the Red Bull. He's sitting at the minute with a 117.513, and I just want to see if he can improve on it. He's got 48% of the battery left, so he's got plenty to give it a jag in this last DRS zone. So let's see what he does. Round this final left-hander and through this little tricky bit where the grandstand is, setting up for the right-hander, slowly on the throttle and pushing a little bit of ERS to give it extra speed, but he's going to jump into the pits and gives it a miss. So we're on with Quit Pig at the moment. He's driving the McLaren, and I'll just give you a rundown of the drivers and the time set so far with 10 minutes to go in the quali. We've got Ben Wally in P1 at a 1:16.179. That's a fantastic time, Ben. Well done, sir. Nearly Psycho. I know Nearly Psycho. He's a winner of one of the previous races last year that I commented on. Hey, Psycho. Good to see you. Mad Mark puts in a 1:16.897. Mischief, another person that I know well, is 1:17.54. Adam the Sweet, 1:17.5. PGFRVJ is a 1:17.7. Father Cole is a 1:17.7. Pulley's just put in a 1:17.5. SA24 is 1:17.8. Quit Pig 1:17.8. Basic Beetle 1:17.987. David is 1:18.9, and Matty is a 1:18.464. Wooly 1:18.7, and Ralph's the man. I think it was him that sent me a text, which was very nice. How are you doing, sir? He's in the pits at the moment on a 1:19.4. So let's give David a bit of love on his lap as he goes for it. So he's hammered along here. Can he get a top speed over 212? Let's see. No, he's only hitting 205. That might go against him unless he has a setup that makes him very, very fast in the corners. So round he goes. Around the left-hander, swinging into the right and down with full power over the DRS. Hits that button. Leaves that just a shade late, but not too bad. Now round the U-bend, this is a tricky one. This is all about sweetness and momentum, and he gets it nice. Wangs the power down, and how fast can you get round this corner? It's a test for everybody, but you always try to push it. but it's a dangerous one to push too hard. Could have taken that a wee bit more to the right on the apex. So he lost a couple of tenths there for sure. And he's down to the grandstand section. Slams it on the brakes here for this left-hander and lines it up to get as much power he can before he gets into this right. Down he goes into the right. And he's going to jump into the pits as well. So I'll go on with Mad Mark in this beautiful Alpine car. He's currently sitting in 4th position, and let's have a lap with him. He's wanging the DRS on. He's in 7th up the 8th gear. 100, 202, 3, 4, 5, 207 miles per hour top speed. Nice bit of late braking there. Swings it round. I hope this car in front of him gets out of the way. Come on, guys, out of the road. There's somebody behind you on a hot lap. Oh, come on, lads. Yeah, that's fine. I hope that didn't deter Mad Mark there. That's the way you take those corners. Piles of the apex. That's beautiful. Takes all of that as well. Leaves himself just enough battery to go over the line with a squeeze round this right-hander. Can he improve on this 1:16.897? We will know in just 1 second. Oh, he puts it in pole position. Temporary pole at 1:161. That's a very, very good time, Mark. Well done, sir. Let's go on with SA24. He's just building up the battery now. And he's got a wee bit to go before he starts his lap. So let's see if we can find somebody that's actually on one. Quit Pick looks to be 6 minutes to go. Mad Mark takes the pole at the moment. Ben Wally second. SA24 is in third. And PGF RVJ is 1:16.7 at fourth. And Nearly Psycho is fifth in P5. We're on board with Basic Beetle. He's another fast guy. He can make this car sing. But as I say, he's just on an out lap at the moment, so I'm more interested in people that are finishing a lap. There doesn't seem to be too many of them out there. But we're on with Quit Pig again, and he's going over the line there to start his. As he hits 208 miles per hour. I've seen 212 here. So somebody's running with very low wings, but that will cost them in the corners, and it might even scrub some tyres. This game is definitely very different when it comes to setups. I've noticed now that a lot of attention needs to be taken whenever you're looking at the tyre pressures. It seems to be that you need to lower the rear tyre pressures in this game and keep the front tyres fairly well up there. So it'll just be nice to see how it pans out, because Mexico can be a track that eats up the tyres, and as you go around these technical big parts, you can find that it starts to lose a lot of grip and can become quite slippy. So it'll be interesting to see how the drivers cope with that. So 4 minutes to go, and Mad Mark still holds that provisional pole. Ben in second, SA24 in second, and Nearly Psycho fourth. Deleuze is another guy I didn't notice that was in there. Deleuze is another guy to watch out for. He's in that Aston Martin, and he's warming up. He's taking a little tow from the Ferrari there just to give himself a bit of a follow, but he's going to go on to a hot lap now as he slows down. So we're just jump on board with Deleuze, and we'll follow Deleuze round and see this lap through. So off he goes. Sticks it in the hot lap. Hits the DRS. Bangs it up in the 8th gear. Applies a lot of ERS. And he's going up 206 is the top speed he got there. Slams those brakes. Again, in this game, you have to brake a lot earlier than the 2024 game, so everybody seems to be getting quite used to that. Onto the DRS again. Sweeps round that U-bend. He does that very nicely and doesn't lose too much speed. Still keeps himself a lot of battery. Just touches those brakes and keeps that nice and steady. He takes the S-bends exactly as you should, and he'll take a bit of the outside curb here. No, he actually doesn't. That's very good. Back onto the DRS before he slams the brakes into the grandstand. Oh, he's gone with wide there. I'm not too sure if he actually got himself a disqualification there, but yeah, he looks as if he's slowing down a wee bit here. Is he going to go on it? Does he get a lap? Yeah, Deleuze improves a slight bit with the 1:17.3, but that final corner definitely cost him a few tenths, that's for sure. So we'll go on with Mischief. Mischief's one of the admins for this group, does a great job. He's great crack, plenty of chat on the server as he then starts his fast lap. And let's see what top speed he can get up to as he strikes 8th gear. He's one of the faster ones so far. 209, 210. Yep, that's fast along that straight. But does that cost him a lot on the corners? Takes a lot of that apex. That's very good. That'll save time. Straight into that DRS zone. Ben Wally's taking the provisional pole now at 1:16.1. There's a pair of knickers in between Mad Mark and Ben Wally at the minute. Absolutely nothing in it. And look who's in 3rd place. It's my friend Black Box. Black Box has also been very helpful in my racing, helping me with a few setups and a few techniques with the steering wheels and stuff like that. So that's all very much appreciated. And that's one thing I am finding about this league, RPL. They're a friendly bunch of guys. They're not afraid to give you a bit of help if you're struggling. So reach out to them if you need a bit of help and setups or a wee bit of just general coaching. But Mischief's going to go over the line in P9 at the moment. Where does he end up? He ends up, where did he go? P4. Unbelievable, 1:16.475. Well done, Mischief. Absolutely fabulous, sir. But Ben Wally, he's in that pole position. Mad Mark 2nd, Black Box 3rd, Mischief 4th, SA24's in 5th. PGF RVJ is in 6th, and Nearly Psycho 7th, and Basic Beetle 8th. Pulley in the kick, he's 9th, and Mazza is in 10th. Father Cole 11th, Dizzy DJ 12th. Deleuze is in 13th, and Adam the Sweets in 14th. Then we go on to David in 15th, and then Quit Pig 16th, Matty 17th, Woolie's in 18th, and Ralph Pussman is in 19th, and GoBucks hasn't put a lap in. So it looks like GoBucks is probably going to go from the rear of the grid, or he's going to put in a very fast lap at the very end and show us all how it's done. Not too sure what he's doing. Looks like he's retired, actually. But it looks like Deleuze is having one more go here. Is he going to get round here in time? It looks like he is. So one more attempt from Deleuze. And we'll see what he's got. And off he goes. I'm watching that top speed just to see who can get what. But 213 or 212 was the fastest that I seen. But he only reaches 204. Just squeezes it up to 205 there. Brakes very early. I think he's backed off this lap. No, he's away again. Yeah, he's run out of time. So that's the end of quali for the RPL on a Monday night in Mexico. I'm Gavin Bass 1. I'm your commentator for tonight. And there you have the results. Ben, Mad Mark, Black Box, Mischief, SA42, PGF, RVJ, Nearly Psycho, Basic Beetle, Pulley, and Mazza, all your top 10. So it's coming to that time of the evening where we sit in the pits and we deliberate about what do we do, what fuel we put in, what tires do we use, what strategy do we use. Are we talking to each other about pit stops? Is anybody going to make that terrible mistake of double stacking because they haven't talked to each other? Oh, this could be great. But I must say, guys, RPL, it's proud to see a near enough full grid tonight in the bronze division. And I hope that's a reflection of how it's going to be when the season starts. I'm really looking forward to doing the comms in the bronze division. And can't wait, in fact. Can't wait. So, the Mexico Grand Prix, the total distance of this track is 4.3 kilometers. There's 17 turns. The first ran the Grand Prix here in 1963, and then it stopped for a while, and then it returned in 2015. It tells me that the lap record here is 1:17.3 by Bottas. But you guys are much quicker than him, which is good to see. The pit loss time here is probably in around about 22 seconds. So that's something that you want to take into consideration. And in terms of your safety car probabilities, it looks like they may be away. Has somebody pressed that button? They're away. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to give you any more information. And off they go. And Ben Wally's got a great start in that Haas. Is anybody going to challenge him into the first corner? Not just at the minute. How's everything going behind? That all look. Oh, there's the kick. The kick of PVRJ gets a nap there, and he's having to go wide and let everybody through. Wee bit of touchy-feely at the back of the grid. I'm sure everybody at the front's glad they're not involved in that. Well, we're on with Black Box at the moment, and he's chasing down Ben Wally, sitting in second position. Of course, there's no DRS yet, so everybody's just trying to stay on that 1 second zone in front of the person, behind the person in front, to make sure whenever that DRS is activated that they're within ball play of making those crucial moves in the DRS zones. A nice measured first lap by the front two. So they go over the start and finish line now, and Ben Wally sets the fastest time at 1:21.5. But he's got people chasing. Have a look here. There's Mad Mark in third, Basic Beetle in fourth, and SA24 in fifth. They're all going to want a bit of that. Mischief just needs to get the foot down a wee bit just to keep that pace, but he seems to be there okay. Oh dear, caution. Let's have a look and see what that caution might be for. I don't see any missing wings at this moment in time. They're back to racing. Again, a wee bit of touchy there at the back. Guys, you really need to sort that out. That's not good. If you're going to race in a league, you need to stop that. But there's a real battle for the top three going on here now that they've got established. They've now settled down in the cockpit of their car and they are relaxed. There's no big pressure. Matty gets a 3-second penalty on the lap 2. That means he has gone outside track limits 3 times in 2 laps. Matty will not be a bit happy with that. But Black Box is going to make the first move, and the change of leadership for the first time of this race as he takes Ben. So well done to Black Box, he's out front. And we're just going to jump onto the third position at the moment in the Alpine of Mad Mark. Mad Mark's going to play a patient race, but right now he's just going to make a move and takes a nice overtake into P2, sweeps it round that right-hander, and he now has Black Box in his sight. And I'm just going to ride on board with him just to see how he's going to do. Father Cole 69. That's a great name, Father Cole 69. I've got to laugh at that. So he just gets himself a 3-second penalty. Bless you, my son. Bless you, my son. But here comes Mad Mark. Nice bit of lake break in there. Takes every bit of that track. And he's now on the pipe of Black Box, and he is wanting that P1. Will he make the move? Matty takes another 3-second penalty. Matty is having an absolute nightmare. And I've been watching a few conversations. Mad Mark takes the fastest lap at 1:19.3. Well done, sir. Yeah, I've been watching the conversations, and it looks to be that the controller drivers are finding this very, very tough. So back on with the telemetry. Oh, wee bit of a touch there, but nothing more than a little racing incident. But that little touch just allowed that Haas to go in, but he went off track, and really, should he let the place, should he give that position back? I'm not too sure. PVRG has retired from the session. He's had enough. Again, that Haas is off the track, so let Mad Mark through, and that's the position given back. That's fair dues. Whether you meant it or not, I'm not too sure, but it happened anyway, and that was the right thing to do. So Mad Mark's still tracking down, and we'll come back to him in a minute, but just let's tap down to some of the other guys, maybe a little further down on the track here. We're on with Nearly Psycho. He's in P9, and he's just very, very, very close behind Father Cole 69. This would be a good time to have a look at the position changes and look at GoBucks. GoBucks has gone up 10 positions from the start of the race. He started from the back of the grid, so what he's done is he's set himself a bit of a challenge. So he must be having a go at this start from the back and see how far up he can go. But 10 places in 3 or 5 laps, that's not a bad start. The less is another one to look at. He's gained 7 positions, and Basic Beetle has gained 6. But the biggest loser so far is Dizzy DJ. I think he was involved in that little rattle at the back. So don't know whether even Stuart's get involved in these social races or not, but if there anybody out there feels they've been badly done by, they can put a ticket in, but I'm not too sure if that's even relevant at the moment. Dizzy DJ has not finished, so he has given up. He's fed up. Sorry to see that, Dizzy, because you're one of the fast guys. You've been up there quite a bit and race winning when I've been doing commentary. So I'm sorry the race didn't work out for you for whatever reason. Well, just a quick look at the tyres as well. Everybody's on the mediums apart from Black Box, Basic Beetle. Mischief's on the hards, Pulley's on the hards, and Ralph Passman 22 is on the hards. Also, not forgetting Adam the Sweet is on hards. But I believe that Adam has possibly made a stop. Yes, he has made one stop. So that's why he's 28 seconds behind. So wish Adam luck trying to catch that back as the others just continue on before their pit stops. So let's get back to the race, the beginning of the race. The guys at the front. So we're on with Ben Wally. He's just dropped a wee bit behind Basic Beetle now. Mad Mark has done what I thought he would do. He has had an early stop, and he has put himself into onto the hard tyres. I think he's going to try and probably do 30 laps on these. So he's probably done his research, and he knows damn rightly that the hards will last for the rest of the race. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert in these things. But as I say that, Basic Beetle just gets himself a 3-second penalty. So quite a little battle going on here between SA24 and Ben Wally. And we'll just jump on with SA because he's going to make a move here, that's for sure. He's going to have DRS round here and he's going to be pumping it. He's got 100% the battery, so Ben's very vulnerable here. The only thing is, I think Ben possibly has the... no, Ben doesn't have the DRS. Father Cole takes a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's not good. But no move made here. Just going to butt down to GoBox. GoBox is making massive progress here. He's driving the RB and he's chasing down nearly Psycho. I don't know if GoBox is a bronze driver or not, but oh, Ralph has just got himself another 3-second penalty. Either that or it's his first one, I'm just not too sure. He'll get on top of all of that as the race goes on. He takes that right-hander, swinging into the left. He's harvesting away at that battery, so he's thinking ahead. See if there can be any moves made here as he goes round that right-hander. Swinging round that tight left, lines themselves up for this pit straight, and that's where most of the moves are made, but all three of them are in the DRS zone. He tries to get a wee bit of the inside line there, but the guys in front have got a bit of pace. So Matty has retired from the session, which is really sad to see. And the safety car has just come out. What has happened? Has Matty been in an incident? Not too sure what's going on here, guys, but the safety car's out. This is the perfect opportunity for people to jump into the pits as Ralph gets a 10-second penalty. This is something I've seen a bit of over the last couple of times of doing commentary. The guys are trying to use the same technique as they used to going into the pits, but I can assure you guys, whenever you see the yellow line, or even if you're not using the lines, you need to brake that bit much earlier, or you're definitely going to get that 10-second penalty. The brakes just aren't as you know, reactive as they used to be. They're pretty good, but you've got to just brake that little bit earlier. But the upside of it is the speed out of the corners seems to be really much improved. And that's really what it's all about. Slow into the corners and fast out of them. So let's see how this race progresses. Let's see who goes into the pits. And we'll just jump on with the front leader at the moment to see what he's going to do as he approaches the pit lane. He's currently on the hard tyres. He's going to bounce into the pits. Now, there's only 8 laps done of 36, so strategy is really, really going to be important here. There's no way the mediums are going to last him 27 laps. There's absolutely no way of that. So I think he's going to have to go medium from here on Edwards. And as we'll just go down to all of the... well, there's one thing I need to talk about. It's Mad Mark. He's 119, 1.19368. He's got the fastest lap of the race at the moment. But it looks like most people have bounced into the pits. And yeah, everybody's made one stop apart from Basic Beetle. And he didn't stop. He has stayed behind the safety car without a stop. And he is on hard tyres, but they're only 8 laps old. I wonder what wear is on those 8 laps. I'm not sure whether he's made the right decision here by staying out. But time will tell as they line up behind the Aston Martin safety car and get themselves into file. Just waiting on the back markers to catch queue. It looks like there's going to be at least another safety car lap. So I'm just going to bounce it on to podcast mode. I don't think I'll be bothering making any highlights shows of this race, and certainly anybody that wants to watch it can do so on Twitch. I'll keep the stream on Twitch if you want to watch the race back. But while that safety car's in practice, I will just go and fix myself another little coffee, and I'll be back in 1 sec when the racing resumes. So that's me back, and coffee in hand. Basic Beetle still hasn't made that stop, so he's now in 10 lap old hards. I've got a feeling that just might be a mistake. Mad Mark V55's in 6th place. He's one to watch for sure. Black Box 2nd, Ben Wally 3rd, SA24's in 4th, and Mischief's in 5th. Pulley's in 8th, and Nearly Psycho's in 9th, and Go Bucks is in 10th. But this race is going to pan out into something quite good, I believe. Commiserations to Matty CC, Dizzy DJ, and PGF RVJ for DNFs. I think they just had enough, but there was a lot of banging and bumping going on at the back of the field, and I don't know who caused what, but I'm sure there's a bit of there's a few people a bit pissed off maybe, but anyway, that's racing. It does happen, and the most important thing is that you don't hold it against each other, and just maturely debate what happened, and hope that it doesn't happen again. I'm speaking from experience. I've been bashing for a year now, but it's only in the last sort of 2 or 3 months I've got my head around it. But the safety car's in now, and Basic Beetle is now the leader of the pack, so he's going to dictate the start of this race. So he slows everybody down, everybody bunches up, and the people behind him are sitting with their foot just hovering over that throttle, keeping it in the right gear to try and get a jump on him here. But it's down to him. He'll probably do a few wee swerves to try and put them off, and then it'll be flat to the mat. A 3-second time penalty there. I'm not sure what those penalties were for, but there's a bit of a race going on here in the Ferrari of Basic Beetle. He's going to try the outside move here, but he needs to, oh, he shuts him down. Wow, Basic Beetle gets a 3-second penalty as well. So they're scrapping at the front here. Let's hope they all keep it clean. I'm just going to ride on board with the 4th position here at the moment. Oh, he loses a bit of grip around that corner as those hard tires start to warm up. It does take quite a few laps for them to really bed in and get that confidence in the corners. But the safety car is showing to be out again, but I think that's the glitch in the game. Hopefully it is. 3-second penalty for Woolly Asp. SA24 just gets a wee bit of a lesson there from Black Box. He just sneaks past, but SA24 is not going to settle for that. He's going to tuck in behind. He's going to focus. He's got loads of battery left, but he's going to go into the pits. He must have got some sort of damage. What happened there? What's he going in for? He's on 4 lap. Oh, he's doing his 10-second drive-through, is he? No. I'm a bit lost. So he's taken 4 lap old hards off to put a set of softs on by the looks of it. Yeah. And off he goes. Strange move, not too sure why, but he's just done it, and I'm sure it's for really good reason. He's probably going to go soft and then into mediums. But I've got to bounce on with the leaders. Ben Wally and P1. These 3 are in a train. In fact, there's 4 of them in a train. That Kicksaba Pulley, he's not too far behind either. He's got 1.9 seconds just to pull back. And if he can get into that DRS zone, he's going to be part of the show. I hate that glitch in the game where it continues to show safety car. Oh, the safety car's out again. What the heck is happening, guys? Not too sure who got it wrong there or what happened, but the safety car's out again. The statistics only give the safety car to be about a 40% chance, and we've had 2 of them. Not too sure what that says, but you can sort of work it out for yourselves. Probably because it's just a social race, everybody's just pushing that bit harder. But if that sort of thing goes on in the league race, the stewards are going to be quite busy, let's just say. But then in the bronze division, I think there's only 10 drivers, so hopefully that should make a difference. It's just that there's a very full grid tonight. So again, for anybody watching, thanks very much for tuning in, and don't be frightened to give me a text from time to time. I'm getting those silly things in Twitch, Madmark, the same things as you get, that you have to delete. Best viewers on best post global. I'm definitely not pressing any of those buttons. Probably spam as usual. People just don't know what to be up to these days. But it now looks like that we've only got 16 people in the race. Looks like Wooly has retired as well. Madmark's done the same thing. He's gone on to a soft tyre for a while. I think his intention was to stick those on and try and gain a few positions or whatever he was going to do, and then jump onto the mediums for the last lot of laps. But this safety car virus is still going on. And when I say virus, we've had 2 of them so far in 15 laps. So let's have a look at the penalty situation. Ben's got 3. That could play into Mischief's fortune as they come closer to the end of the race if those positions stay as they are. So Mischief and Black Box and Pulley and Deleuze, all those guys behind you, if they can stay in behind that 3-second gap, they've got a very good chance. of stealing that from you. So Ben needs to pull away by at least a 3-second gap to make sure he gets on that first step. Deleuze has got a 3-second penalty as well, so he's not really included in that comment. Basic Beetle's got 3 seconds. Mad Mark's got 3 seconds. Father Cole has got 3 seconds. And Ralph Passman 22 has got 3 seconds. So I'm going to just turn the mic off again and sit in and watch what goes on here as they all gather up. Three-second penalty for Mazza. Mazza's in P9 and he didn't want that, but off they go. They're away again, and I'm just going to have to bounce onto the front three to see what's going on there. Ben Wally still holds that lead. Mischief second. Black Box is now sitting in third. He's sitting in a nice position. He's just going to play it patiently for a couple of laps, just get his thoughts together. And here they go. We'll jump on the Mischief to see if he can make the move in the first place. I must say I do love the colours of this new RB. Love the white. So he's going to try and get as close to the back of this car as he can. Round this right-hander before the start and finish. No DRS just yet. So he's had to use a fair wee bit of ERS, just keeping on the back here. Ben Wally stuffed it in there, and Mischief had to give it a bit of a squeeze to keep on board, because he does not want to drop out of that 1 second time. Apologies guys for sounding a little slow and lethargic tonight. The old wrist is terribly sore, and I'm full of painkillers. So he's being tracked down. This is where I think we're going to see a move right here. So we want to stay on board with this. He's going to hit this DRS zone, and he's really, really tight on the box. Does he leave it to the start and finish straight, or does he make the move here? Yeah, he's going to leave it to the start and finish straight, and that's why he's very late on the brakes there, but he makes it work. Round that left-hander. Mischief has no penalties at the moment, so he's driving very, very cleanly. And let's just see if he can make this move, or whether he even wants to make this move at this stage. He's maybe saving those medium tyres. But he's still harvesting, so he's in no rush to make this move. Although he makes it, he makes a fool out of Gavin, and he makes that move and he makes it stick. That Haas comes up right behind him on the left-hand side and tries the inside move. Just have a look at these three battling out. Right behind them is another 3 cars battling. So there's not too much space between everybody. Pulley just needs to pull in that 1 second gap to be part of it. As I say that, commentator's curse gives him a 3-second penalty. He's now on 3 seconds. Up to now he was running clean. Lap 18, lap of 36 laps. This is RPL, this is Gavin Bass 1, and this is Mexico, and Father Cole takes another 3-second penalty. So Mischief's on the verge, and in fact he has just pulled out that 1 second gap on Ben Wally. He's just took it into a 1.2 seconds, so he might just actually improve in that, and that's going to make things very, very difficult for the people behind him to catch him. But he's going to jump into the pits, and he's going to change those mediums. 19 laps, so there's 20 7 laps to go. And on goes another set of mediums. By goodness, this track eats up the tyres, and this new F1 25 game eats up the tyres. So this is a big learning curve for everybody. I'm just going to bounce on with Mad Mark V55 just at the moment. He's into the pits again. So just have a look at the stops here. Four guys have made 3 stops so far. Ben Wally and Deleuze have only made a 1 stop, so is nearly Psycho. Maz has only made 1 stop. Then you're on to the 3 stops, which is Father Cole, Mad Mark, Quit Pig and Ralph. Ralph just picked up another 3-second penalty. Every time I mention somebody's name, they get a penalty. 2 stops are Mischief, Black Box, Pulley, the David, Adam the Sweet. So there you've got it. But we've got another safety car. Guys, just bear with me because you know I'm new to commentary and I'm finding it difficult enough to just get everything sorted. But week on week I'm getting better at it. I just need to get better at covering what happens in the back and to see who possibly has wing damage and things like that. But yet another safety car, lap 20. So this is going to give guys another opportunity to jump into those pits. Nearly Psycho went into the pits. So we've now got 14 people in the race out of 20. 6 people of DNF, that's Basic Beetle, GoBox, Wooly, Matty, Dizzy DJ and RGFRVJ. They're probably away to watch the football. I think Wales are playing tonight. Be interesting to see how they go. I don't know if my friend Gazer's watching, but he's a big Wales fan. He watches the football. He's passionate about football. And I think he's a Liverpool fan and I think he's a Wales fan. I'm not absolutely sure. But he normally watches some of these races, and he's also a commentator for a couple of the leagues that I raced in and used to race in. He's a good guy. He's a fast guy. And so the safety car is now in this lap, and we will ride on board with Ben Wally just at the minute to see how he copes with the start as he now dictates the pace in this start of the 3rd and hopefully final safety car. And Ben's away. He caught the less, maybe, no, he didn't catch him sleeping. I thought he did, but the Aston's right on his box. That's perfectly good. So Ben holds that Aston Martin off just at the minute, round the right-hander. The less 724 just had a wee look there. He flashed himself in the mirrors of Ben Wally, just letting Ben know that he's there. That's a nice spot to build up the battery, which they're all doing. You get round that left-hander there and they just give it another squeeze. And off they go. Deleuze makes that move. So the Aston Martin's in P1, the Haas of Ben Wally's in P2, the Alpine of Mazda is in P3, Father Cole 4, Mischief 5, Black Box 6, Pulley 7. There's quite a little battle going down here behind with Quit Pig. Mad Mark just takes him in the inside. That's a beautiful move, and he'll make that stick because he takes the inside line. That was a classic move. We're riding on board with Mad Mark V55. He's in the Alpine and he's chasing down the Red Bull of Adam the Sweet. I think he'll make a move here and he should be able to pass him. Just depends what Adam's got to defend himself, and it doesn't look like he's got an awful lot. The only thing is Mad Mark doesn't have an awful lot either. So Mark's going to have to build that battery back up and be patient before he tries to make the next move, because with... Oh, that's the second time he's done that. Oh, that's a cracking move, Mark. Well done. You made that look so easy. You have that one worked out well before you make it, and it works for you every time. That's a cracking move. Just gets on the brakes ever so slightly late there, but controls it, keeps it clean. Down the big U-bend, and he's now chasing down David. David's driving the Mercedes, but I've got a feeling he's going to get a plate full of Alpine in the moment. Just put your sugar on it and give it some milk. Just let it pass. Oh, Mark, that's so good. You're giving me bad nerves going around those corners. The braking is just so late in this game now. I must admit, I hate those tyre smokes. Puts you off sometimes. You can't even see what's going on in front of you. But this is a cracking scrap going on here. Oh, what happened there? That didn't look too good. Somebody got a right old bump in there. It looked to be a bit of carbon fibre on the track there, and Father Cole gets himself another 3-second penalty for track limits. And we're on with Mischief here. He's sitting in a very comfortable position at the moment, and I would say Mischief's very aware of what's going on in front of him there. He's got two guys with penalties. Let's just see what the penalties are doing. Mad Mark gets another 3-second penalty. I must say that's not like Mad Mark, so he's obviously struggling with this new oh, it's a virtual safety car, that's why. What in the name of goodness has happened now? Drive-through penalty for Deleuze, speeding on their safety car. He will be raging at himself for that. Ben Wally, 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. He'll be even more raging with that. Again, these are characteristics of the new game. And guys, don't be losing heart and don't be getting cross at yourselves, because everybody's making the same mistakes at the moment. This is a learning curve for everybody. It's just that pit lane, you just need to brake that bit earlier. It might cost you a wee bit of time doing it until you get absolutely used to it, but it's certainly better than a 10-second drive-through or a 10-second penalty. But Mischief now finds himself in P1, and we'll just ride on board with him and see what's going on now. So we're down to 12 drivers out of 20 starting. That's not good, guys. That is not good. That tells a bit of a story, and that tells me that you just need to tighten up your racing and stop colliding with each other and try and make it a bit cleaner. Ralph just gets himself another 3-second penalty. So they're back to racing speed, and Black Box is now chasing down Mischief. But all Mischief has to do is stay within the 1 second zone of all of these guys, and he's going to get P1 because the two people behind him have got penalties. One of the guys sitting in a nice position at the moment is Adam the Sweet. He's penalty free at the moment. Hope I don't curse him, but he's right up there in the mix. Mad Mark has now got himself into P3. I'm delighted to see that. Sometimes when people make so many stops in the pits and the safety cars and virtually safety cars, you know, as a commentator, you do get a bit confused and a bit lost. I'm just going to jump on to see what tires everybody's on here, but there's a mix of seven lap old hards. There's Quit Pig on a 13 lap old hard, 7 lap mediums. Then you've got Deleuze, Mazza and Ben Willie and Ralph all on the mediums as well. Sorry, Ben's on the hards with 1 lap. So 10 laps to go. I think they're probably going to squeeze the 17 laps out of these tires. They're sitting at 7 now. They might have to make another stop. I'm not too sure. But back on with Black Box. He's going to have a go. He's going to make it work. We'll just have a look in the inside. Oh no, he's not going to. Mischief defends that really, really well. Mazda gets the fastest lap of the race so far at a 1:19.2. I can only presume, yeah, he's on the medium tyres and they're only 2 laps old, so well done Mazda. That's a great lap. These two have now run away a bit. There's a 2.6 second gap to Mad Mark, and Mad Mark has got a real bit of chasing to do here. With him on the 8 lap old mediums, I am so interested to see if he's going to make another stop or not. I'm not too sure if he is. He's got Adam behind him, and there's a 2 second gap there. So everything is panning out, and there's a bit of a race going on in P1. That seems to be the only sort of close battle right now, but if I see anything else, I will be on it. Ben Wally gets another 3 second penalty, but here goes that move. Will he make it stick? He's going out on the right hand side. He slams those brakes on, he shuts Mischief out, and he takes the top position in P1 now, with Mischief now behind him. We're on with Ralph. He's having a lonely night, and he's just had another 3 second penalty. Ralph, you're going to hate me because every time I mention your name, you get a 3 second penalty. You've got yourself 12 penalties. Ben Wally's got 16 seconds, so his race is over as far as I can see. So it really is a battle of these top 3. And Mad Mark seems to be doing a good job of pulling them in. He's now pulled that down to a 2.2 second. He was 2.6 behind at one stage, but he's got himself a 6 second penalty. So he needs to be careful too, because Adam the Sweet is penalty free, and he'll jump onto that 3rd position if he doesn't just get away a wee bit further than this. So 29 laps of 36. We're in Mexico. This is our PL, and it's the bronze division. It's a social race. As you can see from the amount of did not finishes, it was a social race. Thank you everybody for continuing watching the stream. It's much appreciated. But we're riding again on with Mischief. They're coming round to this part of the course where the moves are made. Once that U-turn's done, you're into a fairly fast part of the track with 2 DRS zones in a row. You get round this corner and you hit a DRS zone. Very few people make a move there because they only know that they're going to get overtaken again on the next one. So the best tactic, I think, is just to stay close behind here, line yourself up and make your move in that last on the start-finish grid. Mazda gets another 3-second penalty. So round this tight left-hander, nice and easy on the throttle as he does, and now he needed maybe to be a slightly wee bit closer than that, but yep, he's still in that DRS zone. But I think the black box has just got himself a wee bit too far. He missed the DRS zone, but he's still got a lot of pace. He's not going to be able to make the move here, is he? But he does give himself a wee bit of a show on the inside. Just warning black box that he's still there. Round this right-hander, and there's a bit of a sign of a slippery tyres going on. There's a wee bit of a battle going on here at P6, where Pulley's now chasing down Nearly Psycho. Pulley's in P6 at the moment in the Saba, and he now is chasing down the Haas of Nearly Psycho. Keep her lit, Pulley, keep her lit. But Pig's behind you and he's trying to make a move in the inside and he's going to make it stick. There's no touching a car, so that's a clean pass. That's a good pass and well done, Quit Pig. He's in that McLaren and he seems to be pulling away. There's a wee bit of touchy-feely going on there between these two guys. So Pulley's chasing them down. But behind Pulley you've got Mazda. Look at these three, they're battling. Ralph gets another 3-second penalty. There's going to be some dartboard scores here on this leaderboard. I have a feeling that Mad Mark V55 has just gone into the pits again. He has. I didn't think those mediums would last. He's now put a set of softs on and he's going to do 5 laps flat of the map. And it'll be very, very interesting to see how this goes for him. I'll be interested to hear Mad Mark's comments after the race about how he thought the race went, how his strategy went. He might have something to say about the amount of safety cars, because Mad Mark knows his stuff, and those safety cars have played a big part of this race. Some have been fortunate, some have been a little unfortunate with the timings. So he's gonna chase after Pulley in the 6th and the 8th place position there, and looks like he's going to reel him in pretty quickly. He's down from 9.5 to 8.5 seconds in just a couple of corners. So I'm going to ride on board back with him in a few seconds, but got to go up front here with Black Box and Mischief battling it out. This is a great battle. So the 3 race leaders at the moment are Mischief in 1, Black Box in 2, and Adam the Sweet in 3, and they're both clean. Everybody else has got penalties. We've now only got 10 drivers in the race. Black Box wants this first place. Very smoothly round that U-bend. Coming to this part of the track where positions change. It's how fast you dare go round that one. If you can get the momentum going round that one, it sets you up for the next 3 corners. And exactly what he did, and he's got the momentum. He's going out to the outside. He's not going to make that move. He's going to wait until the start-finish line, and then he'll make the move. The bookies are giving even money that he makes the move here. That's a good bet. I'm going to have a tenner on even money that Black Box is the leader of the race at the end of this straight. So bookies, get your wallet out. Black Box, don't let me down. You've got 98% of battery. Squeeze that button, please. I'm going to lose a tenner here. Deleuze gets a 3-second penalty. Black box. You cost me a tenner. You lock the tyres up there as well. Mad Mark just puts in the fastest lap of the race at 1:18.6, proving to everybody that he is a fast guy. He's got himself up to within 4 seconds now of Pouilly. So that's a great strategy, but he's only got 3 laps to make quite a bit of distance up. But look, I could see Mad Mark ending up in P4, P5 here very easily if this pace continues and his soft tyres don't let him down, because they do not last. I would say if he looks down at the steering wheel now, they're probably sitting at about 85% already, if that. Yes, this game just eats up the tyres. But black box is on the outside again. We're back into the stand section. Is he going to give the bookies a £10 even money bet here? You know what I think Black Box is doing? I think Black Box is nursing these medium tyres, and he's going to make the move in the last lap. So off he goes. He's chasing them down. He has the DRS, but he's running out of road and he's not using batteries. So again, he's not making that move to the final lap or two of this race. Mischief's driving a very clean race. So the top 3 are clean. I just want to have a look at the position changes. So Adam the Sweet at the moment is up 11 places and he's battling. "34 laps out of 36. We're in Mexico. We're with RPL. I'm Gavin Bass 1 and I'm really enjoying the commentary. Even though I'm not feeling so well. Mad Mark, you've just got stolen. Deleuze just took your fast lap off you at 118.4. Ben Wally takes another penalty. Ben will be raging. So 2 laps to go. And I'm going to ride on board with Mad Mark because he has been chasing down. And he is continuing to chase down Nearly Psycho. He really has him in sight now. 1.2 seconds behind, I would say, by the end of this straight. Oh, Mad Mark's going to go in. His softs have just let him down. I was thinking that might happen. What the hell are we going to do with this Mexico track when it comes league time? I think we're going to have to do an awful lot of homework, lads. It's just chewing the tyres up and you can only get a lot of laps done. So Mischief is pulled away now. He's got that glorious 1.1 second gap extended to 1.4, and that's going to be very hard for Black Box to catch now. Adam the Sweet could be in a good place here. Despite Ben Wally and Mazza being P3 and 4, Adam could nick them in penalties here. So Adam could find himself in the podium, P3. But right now, at the moment, the race has got to be with these 2 guys, and I'm going to stay with these 2 guys quite rightly until the end of the race. We're riding on board with Mischief, P1. We're on to the final lap. I don't think there's any catching Mischief. I think we've got our race winner here unless there's a mistake made. And again, let's hope there's no commentator curse here, but this guy has just raced such a clean race. Mischief will not be making any mistakes now. He'll take this all nice and casually. He's got a 1.6 lead, so there's no need to push round these corners. There's no way in this world Black Box is going to catch him between now and the start-finish grid. So we'll just welcome home the leaders. And over the line in first place, we're going to welcome home Mischief in the RB. And a very well-earned race win for our first social race of the 2025 game. And hats off to Mischief in P1. Black Box in P2. Mazza in P3 on the track. Ben Wally 4th. Adam the Sweet 5th. Quit Pig. Ben Wally's in 5th, sorry. Quit Pigs. Oh, there's lots of changes there. Let me just go back to it. Mischief 1st. Black Box 2nd. Adam the Sweet 3rd. I thought that was going to happen. Mazza 4th. Quit Pig is in 5th. Nearly Psycho is in 6th. Ben Wally takes a 7th. Hooli in 8th. Mad Mark in 9th. I think Mad Mark will be disappointed with that position because I think the safety cars really affected him and forced him into so many tyre changes. But I'm sure we'll all hear in the group chats what exactly went on there. So that's the end of the Mexico Grand Prix. And we'll just go through the celebrations as they do. That looks like Matty in the crowd there for that RB team. Matty normally walks about the streets at night there with a tin of Guinness Zero, stalking. And then he puts photographs into the group chat of him walking about. Everybody down to their own. So the race winner was Mischief, and there's all the drivers of the game. The driver of the day, Mazza, got it on the game. Adam the Sweet probably got driver of the day for me because he made up so many positions and kept the race clean, and Black Box got the cleanest driver. So there you have the final results, and it's thank you very much for everybody who took part tonight. Commiserations to those who didn't make it through the tall in early. Congratulations to Les on the fastest lap of the race at 1:18.433. Well done to you. And thank you, as always, admins, drivers, everybody for having me along. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to getting into bed and having a good old sleep tonight. And thanks, Patrick, for the comment. And I look forward to seeing you all next week, and wish you all the best for the incoming week, and keep that practicing going. And on a final note, definitely, guys, you need to tidy up if you're going to do a bit of league racing. Need to stop that knocking. But we'll give you a bye ball now because it was just a social race. But anyway, well done to you all, and thank you very much. Good night.
Gavin Bass on the microphone. The energy is high, feel the vibe in the zone. Engines roar as the lights go down. Racers ready, it's a battle for the crown. Who will rise? Who will stand tall? On the top step, they'll answer the call. With hearts racing and spirits ignited, the champion's moment is finally sighted. Adrenaline pumping, the crowd is alive. Speeding through corners, they take the dive. Every lap counts, the stakes are set. In this game of skill, there's no room for regret. Listen closely, hear the engine scream. Chasing glory, living the dream. Battles unfold on the asphalt track. In pursuit of victory, there's stars, everything feels right. Each curve a story, each turn a chance. In this high-speed dance, we all advance. As the checkered flag waves, the night concludes. The champion shines in the spotlight's hues. With the roar of the fans, they take their bow. F1 Saturday night, see you next time. Wow!